Hi, and welcome back to Gussied.Upp, the home of empowered beauty where the goal is to make beauty accessible to everyone. So today I am doing a neon makeup look, as you can see. This is what I've put together for a team challenge. Alicia has challenged our team to do a neon look, and it's a little bit outside of my comfort zone, but I'm pretty proud of the way that it turned out. So to do this look, the main palette that I have used, or the only palette I have used, is the Morphe Lisa Frank palette. It is a super bold palette. I personally really enjoy this palette. There are some shades that are a little bit more patchy, but you just have to work with them a little bit. But overall, I do think it's a great palette. I actually just got this palette for my sister for her birthday because she used to love Lisa Frank. So, if you are as excited as I am about doing this eye look, please feel free to either tag along and try this tutorial out for yourself, or just keep on watching. But either way, let's get gussied up together. Now, the first product that I'm going to be using today is FARMASi's Pro to Fit Eyeshadow Primer. I use this primer all the time. As you can see, I am getting close to the bottom of it, but I still have quite a bit of product left to go. I like to take this short-haired, kind of fluffy bristle blending brush, and I like to just go in and add that all over the eye. Now, I kind of picked up a little bit too much there, but that's okay. We'll blend it out. This primer is great. It's a lovely cream that goes on really well with the fingers. It actually goes on better with the finger, but my nails are a little too long to get in the pot. But it does apply well with a brush. The main thing being we don't want our eyeshadow to crease. A few weeks ago, I actually forgot to put on eye primer and noticed a major difference when not even an hour later my eyeshadow was already creasing, and it's like a good eyeshadow palette, and it was still creasing and like disappearing throughout the day as the oils just kind of went across. So because we don't want that, prime baby, prime. So as mentioned, I did use the Morphe Lisa Frank palette for this eyeshadow look. I am starting off with the shade Puppy Love, which is the shade right here, this vibrant pink. And to do so, I am using this Morphe brush. It is just a long-haired, fluffy blending brush. And I'm just going to go in, pick up some color, try and pick up my mirror. And to do that, all we're going to do is we're going to start off by putting this in our crease. And I'm going to bring it out, out towards the edge of the eye. And I'm also going to pack it into the inner corner. And as you can see, I'm just using kind of a spirally motion there. It just kind of packs in the color a little bit more. But then as I get out towards the edges, I am going to go a little bit lighter and just work on buffing out the edge. And that gives us our crazy pop of pink that is our outer edge. So the last thing that we're going to do with this pink before we're completely done is we are going to go in on the bottom here and just create a little bit of that angle. I don't really know how to explain what it is that I'm doing. I'm just basically making that angle. It's way more simple than I'm making it sound. Alright, so I'm going to go in with a tapered blending brush, a pretty skinny one, and I'm going to pick up the shade Sky, tap off the excess, and I am going to pack that into the crease. So if you're not sure where your crease is, obviously we've got above the crease with this pink shade. But what we're going to do is when you have your eye open, you can see the skin where your lid meets the rest of the eye. And it's that point right there that you're just gonna kind of stick that brush. And if you need to, you can just follow that line. Now you're not gonna wanna, you know, that looks really harsh against that pink because obviously we've just made a line out of it. So what you're gonna do, you can start with just being in that line, if that makes it easier for you. But then you're gonna work on blending it up just a tiny little bit. And that's going to help us blend from that pink into that purple. It's gonna give us a nice transition because we don't wanna have harsh lines, ultimately, is what our goal is to not do. So we're just going to work on blending that. And I'm currently being blinded. Apparently I don't have my light set up quite right today, so I'm being blinded as I'm doing this. So if this eye doesn't turn out great, oops. So I am going to make sure that I kind of wing it out a bit. And make sure you get that inner corner pretty well. And that gives you your purple. Now, if you feel like you still have a harsh edge, you can go back in with that pink brush. Don't add anything extra to it, but you can kind of go over the edge of that purple and really buff out that edge. And then if you think that you've now buffed out your purple too much, you can go back in and do that. Now, again, we are going to bring in that purple. And if you feel like you're not quite getting the harsh enough edge that you want, whereas you can see over here, like there is a pretty good angle, you can take a flat-edged brush, pick up some Sky, or whichever shade you're using, and you can create an angle just like that. Pretty simple, straightforward. Again, looks way more complicated than it actually is, but I believe in you, so let's keep going. Now, I actually blended 2 shades together to get this deeper blue on the outer and the inner corner. So the 2 shades that I used are Angel Kitty, which is this one right here, and Panda Painter, which is this navy blue. So I also forgot to mention that this look was inspired 100% by Taken Toya. She is a beautiful, talented, amazing Instagram makeup artist. I found her through Instagram. I follow her and have been following her for quite a while. But like I said, this is a teen challenge for neon, but ultimately I was looking through my friends to see if I could find any neon looks, and this look was 100% inspired by her. So if you're not already, please go ahead and follow Taken Toya. Now back to this, because I didn't want to forget that. So to do this, I again am using a tapered blending brush. I am using the same exact brush that I was using before, just a different one of them. I actually have 2. They are by e.l.f. So I personally really love these. I use them all the time. That's why I have 2. I'm contemplating buying more. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna pick up a little bit of Angel Kitty, and then you're gonna pick up 1 or 2 dabs of Panda Panther and 1 more dab of Angel Kitty. Then you're gonna go back in, and on the inside of that purple, you're going to blend in that shade. And this is going to be more circular. We're not going to follow the pattern of this outside angle. We are done with our outside angles with that purple and pink. So all we're going to do is fill in the inner corner, bring it through the center. I am totally being blinded. And There you go. I'm going to add a little bit more just to the inner part here. Just until you're happy, and then maybe a little further. And then the last shade that we are going to be using is the shade Spotty and Dotty, which is very similar to Angel Kitty, but it is more of a metallic shade. And I am going to go in with this cream shadow brush by Real Her. Also another brand that you should check out if you've never used them before. So I'm just going to go in, trying to block the light so I can see what I'm doing. And I'm just going to go inside of that blue that we've already done. And just add as much as you feel that you need until you're equal with the other eye. And that's it for the top of the eye. So I'm gonna grab a little bit of coffee. Shout out to the Dollar Tree for having cute mugs. For finishing this off, I am actually going to use the Double Lash Extend mascara. I'm going to start off with the Volume Wand. Because I have been using this mascara for a few months now, I no longer am wiping off the brush. But if you do have a new mascara, I definitely recommend wiping away the excess product. It's going to give you a much nicer look to your mascara. Try it. You might like it. So I'm just going to go in, and I like to kind of wiggle my lashes and push up. And now I'm going to go in with the length. Can't focus it because it's silver, but I'm going to go in with the length wand. And again, same motions. However you apply your mascara is golden. Now, if you find that you've gotten a little heavy-handed with the mascara and you ended up getting mascara on your lid, that is totally fine. We're going to go back in with that cream shadow brush, basically just a flat brush. And you're going to pick up Spotty and Dotty again, tapping off the excess. And you're just going to go in, and I'm not sure if you can see it, but you're just going to go in and tap over that mascara, and because it's still wet, it's gonna kind of stick to that mascara and cover her up. And now you have no mascara on your eyeshadow. Whoa! So to complete the under eye, we are going to go in with a flat edged brush. I have this one here that we use to make that angle, and we are going to pick up Sky, that purple shade. And we are going to add that, like a liner, to about half of the eye. And I'm going pretty heavy on it. So maybe a little bit about 3/4, just to about the edge of color or where the middle of the pupil is, depending on your eye. Now I am going to go in with another flat edge brush or flat brush, depending on what you have, and I'm going to pick up Angel Kitty and bring that, same deal, kind of stamping it to the inner corner of the eye, the inner part of the under eye, that is, not the actual inner corner. And now I'm going to take this really small blending brush, and I'm going to pick up that pink shade called Puppy Love, and I am going really simple under the eye, making it thinner under the blue and tapering out to connect with that pink. I don't know why I always slouch when I do it, but I do. And hopefully you end up even. Now you might have noticed that some of that purple might have faded away as we brushed it, so we're just gonna go back in with that flat edge brush and we're gonna add back in that purple. And it just gives it a little bit more dimension. And if you need to, you can fill out your blue again. I need to just a little bit. And that is the core eye look. For highlight, I am going to add a little bit to the inner corner and to the under the brow bone, or on the brow bone. I am using FARMASi's Glow Highlight Palette. And I am using this pinkish shade that we have. So to do that, I'm going to pick up a compact fan brush by Real Techniques. And I am going to add that just below the brow. Now for inner corner, I have this Morphe X Jeffree Star JS13. It is just a small targeted brush, and I'm just going to add that to the inner corner. And the nice thing about it is it does blend in really well with the purple and pink. Even the blue just kind of is like a nice topper. And that is your highlight. So to finish the eye area, I am actually going to do a brow pomade because I personally think my brows look a little bit unkempt and kind of naked without having such a bold eye look and then my brows just being bare. So I am going to use the eyebrow pomade in brown by FARMASi. And I'm just going to pick up a little bit of product. Now for your brows, all you're going to do is you're going to make a line on the bottom, pick up more product, make a line on the top, and once you're done, you can fill her in. And I do go lighter on the inside kind of brow area. I like to keep that more natural. And if you get outside the lines, just wipe her away. And then you can brush it through. Any brow brush works for this, especially because they should have a fill-in brush, I don't know what you call it, and then also a spoolie. So that creates the eye look in essence. Because I have done such a bold eye look, I feel also that if I just throw on a lipstick that my eyes, or that my face is gonna look kind of, again, a little bit bare, like I just didn't really finish the look. And my skin has gotten to the point now where I feel very confident wearing it. I do use a series of skincare by FARMASi as well as The Ordinary, and I think my skin is looking really great. And because of that, I'm not going to put a foundation or BB cream or CC cream on. Instead, what I'm going to do is I am going to go in with a stippling brush and my contour stick by FARMASi, and I'm going to add a little bit of contour to the face. And then I'm going to go in with the stippling brush and just kind of using a circular motion, blend out that contour. Now you can of course use a foundation. I love the VFX Pro foundation, Camera Ready foundation by FARMASi, as well as their BB cream or CC cream. But given that I have the skin that I have today, I'm gonna go in. It's also supposed to be like 87 and we're going to a food truck festival, and I don't really feel like having a full set of face on. We're just really making sure that this is blended out. It's kind of hard to see if it's really blended out just because it's under your chin and you are literally creating shadows on your face. And because I'm working on a bare face, I am using cream products as much as possible. So far, FARMASi hasn't come out with any blushes in cream, however, I hope one day soon, but that's okay. So because I don't have any cream blushes, I am going to use Pink Lily by FARMASi, and I'm going to pick up this multitask brush by Real Techniques. It's perfect for blush. And I'm just going to add that directly to the cheeks. And I do like, because of my face shape, I do like to bring my blush back in to the hairline. And I really love this blush because it actually, if you can see, has a shimmer to it. So it already just adds a really nice glow to your face. Lastly, for highlight, for the face at least, we are again going to go in with that pink shade. And I have this Eco Tools Sculpt and Highlight brush. And I'm just going to add that baby right to the cheeks. To the tops of the cheeks at least. Not the rest of the cheeks. And don't forget the Cupid's bow. Now to keep this look kind of cohesive, and even though it's a neon challenge, I've done the neon on the eyes, I think I do want to not scare my dad, which he's already going to be scared away by the eyeshadow, but I'm going to go with more of a nude lip. It's actually a lippy that is a pretty good match to my lip color already. It is the shade 01 of the VFX matte liquid lipsticks. I believe it is Retro Rose, but I am not 100% positive. So these lipsticks are great. They're budge resistant and long wearing without being drying. And I, to get that look and wear, like to just wipe off pretty much all of the excess. And then picking up my mirror, I'm going to line and fill the bottom and then smush the lips together and finish filling out the top. Now, because I have put some product on my face, I am going to take some of the Makeup Time Locker Fixing Spray by FARMASi. Spray that all over, and then I just put a little bit on because I only am wearing a little bit of powder, and really the powder is what I want to kind of meld into the face, and using that fixing spray is really going to help. But you get a good highlight out of that. And overall, that is our makeup look. So this is the Neon Challenge. I hope you really enjoyed this look. I am personally very, very proud of myself for the way that this came out. Again, shout out to Tak and Toya for the inspiration. I needed a good neon look, and you are such an inspiration in general. So talented, so thank you for being my inspiration for this look. Thanks for hanging out with me and getting Gussied.Up with me. If you end up recreating this look, please tag me at Gussied.Up. That's Gussied.Up with 2 P's, or you can also use the hashtag Gussied.UpBeauties. And that's all I've got for today. So thanks so much for being here. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye!